Alright, so Sultai Thieves. What is this deck? This deck is a Sultai deck, of course. And those colors are blue, black, and green. And the whole point of this deck is to use cards like Thief of Sanity. There we go. Thief of Sanity and Hostage Taker to just like steal the cards from my opponent. And use those cards to, well, kill my opponent. I originally saw a version of this deck played by Jim Davis on his YouTube channel. It was just blue-black, and he said it was kind of underwhelming, and he maybe splashing green for like Krasis and Vraska, and possibly some other cards would be good. And to my knowledge, he never made that deck, or any other deck. I haven't really seen any Sultai versions of this, so I thought I'd make it. So this is my own brew, sort of. And now that I'm thinking about it, if we're talking about Thieves, I might want some copy of the Eldest Reborn. Come on, really? Do I want Eldest Reborn is the question. And if I do, what do I cut for it? Suppose I have enough removal. Now I'm going to cut the 2 moments in the sideboard and put 2 Eldest Reborn because it fits the theme and it's also just a really good card. And also today, after I'm done with Sultai Thieves, I'm going to be doing some Orzhov Angels and Gate Super Friends. So, we got that to look forward to. Sultai Thieves, let's play a few games. Haste. And they're Teferi. That's kind of a oxymoron of sorts. This deck is very land heavy. But I mean, it's got the namesake of the deck, Thief of Sanity. Plus Discovery to thin out our draws a little bit. Okay, but that's not good. I would love to not draw another land for the rest of the game. Thought Erasure is a good draw. Let's see what they're up to. Vivian's a problem. Yeah. It's gonna be a little while before they're able to cast Vivian. It's gonna be a while before I'm able to cast this too. I don't think I want it just now. But anyway, it's going to be a while before they cast Vivian. But when they do, that basically shuts down my deck because I have both Thief of Sanity and Hydroid Krasis. Sure, they'll gain a bunch of life, but I can handle that. This is definitely not going to be a race. Oh, of course they draw the Chupacabra. Oh, that's annoying. Hostage Taker's good. Take the Chupacabra next turn, kill their Wild Growth Walker. Meme. I could also take the branch. I think it's just correct to take the Chupacabra. Get a 2/2 body that kills the thing. Especially if we're going to be flooding out like this. Really? Okay. I mean, my opponent was far from dead, but sure, I'll take it. This is a match where Eldest Reborn might be good. Disdainful Stroke could also be good. I don't think I want Duresses. Don't think I want Negates. Or anything else. Moment of Craving leaves a lot to be desired. I could see cutting a Krasis because of Vivian, but that just seems wrong. Krasis is too good. Maybe Assassin's Trophy. Have enough interaction. Yeah, we'll cut that. Yeah, hand seems fine. Need some more lands, but overall it's fine. Turn 2 Thought Erasure into hopefully turn 3 Thief. Second Vraska is not really what I wanted. Very long way from casting that. Okay. I can beat Krasis with what's in my hand. Discovery is not what I want. I need lands. It's a pretty good draw. Carnage Tyrant is also good. That one's going to be more difficult to deal with. Jeez. Alright. Well, let's see if I can get some lands with this. Yep. Would not mind getting a green source either. I can cast this down if I want. Although it's just a 2/2, it's not really that big a deal. Actually, Hostage Taker, their Krasis. Then next turn I cast it. I could also Thief of Sanity, play a tap land, kill that next turn, attack. But I'm taking a lot of damage. Maybe it's also correct to Hostage Taker the Jadelight Ranger. Yeah, I'm gonna Hostage Taker the Jadelight Ranger. If I was hitting my land drops on time, then I would definitely go after the Krasis, but I'm taking a lot of damage here. At least this way I can block the Branch Walker. I draw second Ranger. Yeah. 4, 5. I can play Thief plus cast down. I can also Jadelight Ranger cast down. I think playing the Thief is too important. That's how I'm gonna get ahead. Sure. Not in a good spot. Start by attacking with Thief. Duress. 2 unknown cards. Probably just taking the Land or Elf as a blocker. Play Vraska, kill one of their things. What am I going to do about this Carnage Tyrant? Hydroid Krasis for X equals 4. I think I'll do Jadelight Ranger instead. Honestly, I was not hoping to hit 2 lands with that. I'm not just dead, but I'm not in a good spot either. I think I let the 7 hit me. Second Carnage Tyrant, I think I'm dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make a 5/5. Gain 2, go to 3. Block there. 7, 6, 5, 4, and I'm still dead. Yep. Alright, sorry about that. I think I'm happy with the way I sideboarded. Hold on a second, my microphone is falling. Oh boy, no lands! This hand's not great either. Probably gonna growth spiral. Never mind. I'm gonna do the opposite of whatever my opponent takes here. My plan was a growth spiral. Words are hard. Okay. I guess the plan stays the same. Technically, should have waited for the end of my opponent's turn, but I wanted to get some auto pass value. I hate to do it, but I have to bin both of these. Just need to hit lands. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm leaving up cast down. Honestly, though, I probably won't even cast down. Or just Hostage Taker here. There are better things I could have got other than Midnight Reaper, but at the same time, Midnight Reaper's pretty good. Sure. Deal. I'll just go ahead and cast that now. Opponent missing land drops and second green, which is very good for me. And I got the Thief of Sanity. Yeah. I think this game is looking to be in my favor. Of course, if they go like untap land ritual, all of a sudden I'm in trouble, but that's just not the case. Excellent. Whew. Rank up. Ooh, what'd I get? The hell? Nah, I don't care about that. Alright, let's keep going. I like this deck. Just taking all my opponent's stuff. It's fun playing with my opponent's deck, as opposed to my own. Oh, this hand looks so pretty, but I can't keep it. This hand is actually really good. Second Thief could be bad, but it could also be really good, so I'm gonna keep it. Merfolk, huh? Alright. So Thief of Sanity's probably not that good here. Can I do both next turn? Play the land. No, I can't. I do think I want the land, though. Okay, opponent. Waiting on you. Did a whole lot of nothing. This thief is probably getting countered, but I think that's fine. I have a second one. Is this Merfolk, or is this just a weird version of Mono Blue? Mono Blue Merfolk, perhaps? Alright. I think the play is hostage taker here. They probably have the protection spell. But if they don't, I get their creature plus get rid of a Curious Obsession. Alright. Next turn, I'll Assassin's Trophy plus Thief. Alternatively, I could do Dispersal, but I feel like that's just worse. Let's start with Thief of Sanity. They could have a bunch of things, but since they only have 1 mana of it, makes what they have a little more limited, so I'm gonna go for this now. But of course they have it. Yeah, I think this is Mono Blue, but like has this creature instead of something else? I don't think I like that. I don't know what I'm digging for here. But it's not those. Well. If I have Vraska's Contempt anything, they can just Siren Storm Tamer to counter it. But I'm gonna make my opponent do it, just in case they mess up. And they saw it. What do I want here? Cry seems good. Crushing Canopy actually does seem pretty good. Kills their flyers or a Curious Obsession. Negates could also be good. All of these could be good, actually. Vraska seems slow. Maybe I don't want Crushing Canopy. I think I have enough removal. I don't need that. It's too expensive. Assassin's Trophy might not be good enough. Oh yeah, I have a Krasis down here. It's hiding. 2 more cuts. 2 more cuts. Maybe Hostage Taker? Yeah, I think I'm going to cut 2 Hostage Taker. It's a 4-drop. It can easily be countered by their spells. Even if the spell itself resolves and I target one of their things, they can counter that too. And then it's just a 2, 3 for 4. Oh, Magic, what are you doing to me? I mean, it's got Cry, which is a pretty good one. Gross Pile's good. I don't mind having that. I'm gonna start with Breeding Pool tapped. That way I can go Drowned Catacombs and not hurt myself. I was gonna play Watery Grave because the green is only a splash, but saving 2 points of health is more important. Now, does my opponent counter this? Nope. Snap resolved. And I drew Thief, which is pretty good. Gonna cast it now. If they have that, okay. Snap resolve. I was gonna say if they have that 2 mana counter a creature, put a counter on your dude, that'd be a good time to do it because they didn't have a dude. I already have the negate, so I'm gonna take a Siren Storm Tamer. And what am I going to do? I think it's Discovery plus Siren Storm Tamer. I think I like both of those. What could they have? Nah. I was thinking about living up Negate, but whatever they play that I care about, I could always counter with their Storm Tamer. Except for that. I did forget about that. Do I let them draw a card? No. They don't have much or anything for removal. Ooh, they're tapping out. If they didn't have that other land, I would Hotch's Taker their dude. I think I'm going to Thought Erasure then, though. Ah, would have resolved. I have the negate for their stuff, so I think I'm going to take a Jhin. Man. I would love to have that Krasis, but I just need lands right now. I really want that Cure of Secession, but Essence Scattering their Jhin could be really good. Come on. Play the Jhin. I mean, we're both getting value while we're punching each other in the face. He's drawing a card, and I am taking his stuff. I think I'm just taking all of the counters that they have. Because right now I'm winning this race. Barely, but I am. Do I care about that one? Don't think I do. They're not wizards, are they? Of course they're wizards. Why wouldn't they be a wizard? Gonna continue to wait. Leave up these counter spells before playing my Hotch's Taker here. I want them to play the Jhin so I can counter it and put a +1/+1 counter on my Thief and then cry. Opponent's playing this very smart. Playing a bunch of cheap threats. I think I'm in for another land. Didn't matter. It's fine. If I Hostage Taker... They counter it. That's if they don't block, though. Sure. Wanted to play a Hostage Taker, but I think I'm gonna negate that. It's an aggressive negate, but I have a ton of counter spells right now. Just gonna continue to hold up my counters. Pretty soon here, I might have to consider Essence... What is it called? Casting Essence Capture on any creature that they play. So that I could play Cry and clean up the board a little bit. Because I could always Hostage Taker their Djinn after the fact. Krasis is good, though. They're just gonna counter it. Mage could be good. Terramander could also be good. Currently have 4. I think I'm gonna take the Terramander. 2, 3, 4. Then I play my land. Play this untapped, that way I can leave up all my green. Not my green, my blue. Leave my blue plus my counter spells. Disdainful Stroke. That's fine. This is a good game. That is also fine. I'm losing the race now, so I might have to be less conservative with my plays. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Get a counter on my thing, wipe the board, hopefully. Alright. Punish? Nah, I suppose I'm not. Spell Pierce wouldn't have done anything. They could definitely increase that Terramander. Alright, I'm in a bad spot. I think I played this game a little too safe. They don't have a counterspell though, so a giant Krasis might get me there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can play Krasis for 6. No. Yeah, no. 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, X is 6. I really wish they'd have a button that says X is max, or just max whatever. No attacks, because they can evolve the Terramander and eat it. But they decided not to. Interesting. Okay, now they do it. It's fine. Looks like I'm trading the Terramander for the Krasis. Am I? If I had 2 more points, then I could let it go. But I think I just have to trade here. Also don't want them drawing another card. If I cast down their thing, then attack with Thief and then wipe the board. No, cast down needs to wait for the Djinn, I think. Dang it, I was hoping they wouldn't block. But I have to cast Cry here. I'm still losing the race. Negate. I think that's fine. And I'll just cast the second one as opposed to using my counterspell. Ah, oh, son of a bitch. So it was a 2/2 and I just assumed it had a counter, not thinking about the fact that it was Curious Obsession. Alright, so that's not good. I'm still gonna play my Thief though, because I still need to get my points of damage in. I'll sacrifice 3 life points to get card advantage. Sure. Land drop's not what I wanted. Gonna attempt to kill their whoever this is on their upkeep. And it resolved. Excellent. Come on, something good. Terramander's good. Yeah, I can cast that and immediately evolve it. I'm assuming I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's just go ahead and negate that right now. Do I Discovery or do I Dispersal? I'm gonna leave up Dispersal just in case if they have some sort of shenanigans. Whew. All right. I mean, the game wasn't over, but it was pretty close. And that was only game 2. I could potentially want Duresses. But I think counterspells fill that role pretty well. Honestly, I might want the Hostage Takers and Vraskas just as extra win conditions, because that was a long game. I need to interact with them plus kill them. And having 6 things that do that is not good enough. But my finishers are also just not good enough. Oh wait, I have Krasis. Never mind. I keep forgetting that's in the deck. That's what the green splash is all about. Sounds good. Krasis not a very good draw yet. A little ways away from casting that. Do I Thought Erasure or do I Growth Spiral? I think I Growth Spiral. Yeah, I'm gonna end of turn, Growth Spiral, get some ramp going. Because outclassing my opponent with things like Hydroid Krasis, it's gonna be how I win, I think. And if they counter this, then it's whatever. Now I think it's Thought Erasure and then Growth Spiral. Might be Discovery. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so that tells me they don't have a counterspell. I think this digs me closer to more lands. I don't want the Krasis, but I definitely want the Moment of Craving. It sucks not getting a land there, but hopefully I'll top deck one next turn. So I can go Thief and Moment. Actually, this Storm Tamer is not doing a whole lot. Oh, that Jin will. Yep, that'll do it. Dang it. So I take one land, I can play Thief of Sanity. Then not a whole lot happens. Actually, I'd leave them both here. Draw that one. I can play this. Growth Spiral. I'm gonna play that tapped. The next turn, Krasis X equals 4. And hope it resolves. Does X equals 5 make any difference? I don't think it does. This is most likely getting countered anyway. Yep. Maybe these negates should have been Duresses after all. I'd much rather pick apart their hand than wait for them to cast a non-creature spell. Okay. Negate, negate. Moment of Craving. So that means this has to come into play untapped. Then on my opponent's turn, on Moment of Craving, there's Storm Tamer. And then cast down their Jin. Don't think I care about that. Yeah, so maybe Shocking wasn't a good idea. But we'll see here. All right. Well, I punted. Oh well. That was a interesting mono blue deck. It's probably a bad matchup for me anyway. Alright, so if you're just joining us, we are 1-1 with Sultai Thieves. The whole point of the deck is to... God, get off me. Whole point of the deck is to use cards like Thief of Sanity and Hostage Taker to, well, take my opponent's stuff. 2 pair, does that count for anything? His hand's not stellar, but it's got lands and spells. Ooh, a Watery Grave deck. Didn't I bottom you? Yeah. Don't think I want the Watery Grave. I think I want the Woodland Cemetery, though. Next turn, I can play both of these lands. Do they take Growth Spiral? Probably not. They probably take the Krasis. I'm hoping they take the Contempt. Opponent in the tank. It's good for me. Yep, took the Krasis. Just like I thought. Oh, it's Sultai again. Actually, is it Sultai? Well, yeah, it's Sultai, but I was thinking mid-range. It might not be. Mirror, perhaps? They might have like a dive down or something in their deck, so I'm going to go ahead and kill that now. As opposed to their upkeep. That's a good one. I think this might be a pseudo mirror. Hostage Taker would have been nice if Thief was on the battlefield. I do not want these lands right now. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Hopefully they play their own Thief so that I could take it. Krasis, yeah, that's even better. Hey, nice Krasis. Just gonna go ahead and take it over here. Should have waited on playing my land. I could have held up this cast down. I don't know if it'll matter. That's a good one. Alright, Thief is gone. And I drew another one. Hey, Soren Extreme. Thanks for the follow. Gonna go ahead and kill this Vivian right now.
I'll always survive. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Krasis for 4 here before they have a chance to kill it. Into another Krasis. Excellent. Please draw another Hostage Taker. Dang it. Well, we'll kill that, get some damage in there. Now the real question, do I play my Thief of Sanity into, what's it called? Into a finality. Yeah, it wins games. I don't think I play around it. I have this other Krasis in my hand. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not playing Thief of Sanity to not play it, you know? Dang it! Immediately punished. Alright, well, I suppose it's not really punished. Cool, let's see what's going on over here. That's a lot of good stuff. I can beat Krasis better than I can beat Vraska. Yeah. Cast Down deals with their Krasis. Gonna attack with just those two. Yep, either dies or wins 50-50. I agree 100%. Alright, so they took the trade and they... Wow, that's a good top deck. I mean, it's gonna be the same thing as before. I'm gonna attack and kill their Vivian, but...
again.
Ooh, that sounded very seductive, Vivian. Too bad you're dead. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. I'm gonna not use Cast Down yet, because if I top deck Hostage Taker, I'd rather just take it. And I have plenty of mana to, if I wanted to do that, I could have. Of course, I drew a second Cast Down, so it didn't matter. And here we go. I imagine you're gonna tick down, kill my Hostage Taker. Yep. Opponent in a very good spot here. Alright. I don't know if I have anything that can deal with this game one. Which kind of makes me want to put the Eldest Reborn in the main as opposed to the side. Alright, well. That kind of deals with it. Still not in a good spot, though. If they have the counter, I'm going to concede. But they tap so they can't have a counter, so it's fine. No need to cast on this token yet. I'll take a 13-turn clock. That's a good one. I can't imagine they're going to cast anything else that I'd want to kill right now, so there's no reason not to kill that right now. I do. I have 2 Assassin's Trophies in the main board. And I don't know if it's going to matter. I mean, they have Azcanta, have that Vraska, which is in this other search. I'm in a very bad position. And a Krasis. Alright. Okay. And I'm done. Game 2. Against them, Eldest Reborn is good. Crushing Canopy could be good against opposing Krasis and search for his Canta. We'll see about that. Don't think I want Negates. Disdainful Strokes could be good. Don't think I want Duresses, though. Moment of Craving doesn't seem great. Kills their Thief of Sanity, but that's about it. I like the rest of what I have. Assassin's Trophy deals with their Vraska and other problem permanents. But is that worth it? Maybe Crushing Canopy is not what I want. Maybe Crushing Canopy doesn't belong in the deck, now that I think about it. I'm going to try without Assassin's Trophy. We'll see how that goes. I do need Carnage Tyrant. I do have some. Maybe after this match I'll put some in the sideboard. Replace the Crushing Canopies with it. This hand seems fine. I'm going to start with Breeding Pool so I don't have to hurt myself. So they did board in Duress. Alright. On the draw, maybe I'll do that. Does Growth Spiral change anything? Probably not. I think I just want to pick apart their hand. Nezahal, huh? We'll just go ahead and get rid of that now. Next turn, they play nothing. I play a land. I think I'm just looking for a land now so I can Hostage Taker their Thief of Sanity when they play it. Assuming they play it on turn 3. So play that tapped. Gross Spiral. Play that. Really, I did it main phase to, you know, get auto pass value, but alright, they didn't cast anything. Smart. I was thinking about leaving back Thought Erasure, but they're also playing Thought Erasure. No, negate, sure. It's probably what I would have ended up taking anyway. I don't really want lands right now. I want action. Still got a land. Alright. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm getting all my lands out of the way at least. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. I have enough for Hostage Taker plus their Thief, which is cool. If they counter this, I can play my own Thief. They do counter it. I'm not going to attack because I don't want them to get the first strike when it comes to Thieves against me. Ooh, they have a second one. Do I trade my Thief for one of their Thieves? Whoa, whoa, not attack all. But I will offer the trade. Could be getting some damage in because of trample and all, but card advantage is how we're gonna win, and Hostage Taker is perfect. Now I gotta hope they don't have finale. Wow, English is hard. Hopefully they don't have find finality. Gosh darn it, Fred. Cast down, sure. It's your dude anyway. I think. Yeah. Alright. Opponent has a whole lot of nothing. I have a Vraska's Contempt and Pressure. It's looking good. Watch him draw exactly what they need. Nope, cool. Game 3. Negates and Duresses. Is that what I want? Probably not. On the draw, I don't think I want Disdainful Strokes. Is there anything else that I really don't want? Maybe cut one Vraska's Contempt? How interactive do I want to be on the draw is the real question. I think I'd rather just kill their stuff than interact with their hand. Because I feel like this game is going to go long. My opponent tried killing me quickly. Didn't end up well on the draw. I think I want to drag it out just a little longer. This hand's not stellar, but it's got a discovery to help me with the draws. Turn 1, Duress, again. The whole point of keeping the hand was to play discovery, but sure. I'll discard it. Oh, cool. Turn 2 discovery anyway. Don't want this island. I think I do want the Vraska. If they play a creature, I can either take it with Hostage Taker or Vraska's Contempt. And Vraska Relic Seeker is a good finisher. Yeah, hand interaction's really good. Why can't Hostage Taker take enchantments? That'd be so good. Purposely not playing my Overgrown Tomb here because they don't know about it. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, since I know about it now, might as well play it. I did say I want the game to go long, but with the search for his cant on the battlefield, I think it favors them. Punished for playing this tapped, but whatever. Krasis, that's a good Hostage Taker target.
Not again.
They don't know about it, but I just want to play my tap lands while I can. Deal. If they have the removal, I'm gonna be a sad boy, but it's fine. Actually, I'm not gonna be that sad because Hostage Taker just takes it for good. If they kill it, Krasis will come back as a 0/0, so it's good enough for me. Sure. Thief is good. Go ahead and discard this land here. I boarded in my Assassin's Trophy, right? Yeah. So Assassin's Trophy makes it so Eldest Reborn won't get to the 3rd chapter, which would be ideal. Yee. Thief is dead. So is Vraska. Of course, once I get to the 3rd chapter, they're going to be taking my Vraska, I assume. Discovery is good. Returns Eldest Reborn to the hand. But that's playing to not lose. I could see the argument going either way, but I think I'm going to Discovery here and dig for something that wins the game. Krasis is good. I'm going to leave them both the way they are. That way, if my opponent has a discard spell, they take my Growth Spiral as opposed to the Krasis. And at end of turn, I can play Growth Spiral and get a card deeper anyway. They took my Thief. Interesting. Okay. That seems really good for me, actually. That explains it. That seems really bad for me.
Make your captain proud.
Hostage Taker, does that change anything? This is mine, right? So may cast that card. Its battlefield, exile target creature or artifact until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. So when it leaves, that comes back to me, right? For science. I'm pretty sure that Thief would come back to me if Hostage Taker dies, though. I could have taken the token and just killed it, but that doesn't seem that great. Okay. Or they could, do that. God. That sucks. Don't think I'm winning this one, boys and girls. Especially with the Assassin's Trophy. Oh, no!
Take no prisoners.
I mean... They sacrificed a token, right? That sucks. Alright, so that's 1 win and 2 losses with this deck. Before we do that, Carnage Tyrant in the sideboard. Whoops, no, not the main board. Sideboard. Get rid of Crushing Canopy. Don't really need that. Moment of Craving is good for aggro decks. I'm gonna keep that in there. I'm not gonna bother with the Eldest Reborn. Do I want the 3rd Carnage Tyrant? Probably not. I think this is fine. Alright. Let's continue on. 2 more games with this one. Or 2 more matches with this deck. Then we're going to be moving on to Orzhov Angels. Yeah, I did have 2 Moment of Cravings in the sideboard. And that could be right. Wow, we're going first a lot. That's not good. It's not good, but I'm not going down to 5. That's fine. Yeah, I had 2 Moment of Cravings in the sideboard as well. And I haven't played against any aggro decks, so I'm not sure how it would be. I imagine it's probably what I need, but we'll come to that moment when we get there. Ah. So, Hostage Taker is not that great. I'm gonna take their counterspell. That's a good one. Taking the counterspell just because they all basically do the same thing, but this one lets them surveil. That one's better for their mana, so I'm gonna take that one. Hopefully they play like a Thief of Sanity or something that they top decked. No? Okay, that's fine. I am not gonna play my Hostage Taker just as a 2/3. Though that might be correct. Yeah, it's good against mono red, but I haven't played against mono red in weeks. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot. I wasn't counting. Alright, so I can play my Vraska, make a token. Hopefully they don't have a kill spell to go along. Nope, they just had the counter. Cool. Alright. Ah, flooding again. I spaced out. I'm glad I... Okay, well. I wouldn't say most decks are control. I mean, you have mono blue. That's kind of control. Still not going to cast it. Man, this deck does well against mid-range decks, and we just haven't played against many. Playing against all the decks this once. What the hell is that? I guess I'll discard my hand. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I drew that for turn. Okay. Guess I'm gonna exile your 2/2. I believe it's 24 lands. It was 25. I think I cut it down to 24.
You won't be needing that.
But you know, sometimes you draw a bunch of lands. It happens. Alright, I'm just about done here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 24 lands, yep. Was 25 and I cut it down. Alright, so Carnage Tyrant seems good. Eldest Reborn seems good. Duress, Negate, Disdainful Stroke seems good. Basically, my whole sideboard seems good. Hostage Taker seems really bad. So does Cast Down Moment of Craving. Need to cut 5 more cards. Yeah, it was pretty dirty. I think Ali Andrazi had a deck similar to that at one point. I watched like one game and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then logged off. Did something else. I feel like having all these counters is a bit much. Maybe I don't want Assassin's Trophy. You know, I'm gonna cut the Contempts actually. Because Eldest Reborn basically does the same thing. Assassin's Trophy at least gets rid of their Eldest Reborn if they play it. Or Captive Audience. Maybe one Growth Spiral. Ashen Rider. That name seems familiar. Is that like a... I know it's a MTG card, but the player itself sounds familiar. Yeah, Ham seems good. I was thinking about turn 2 Duress since I don't... I'm gonna take Escanta. As tempting as it is to take their Sinister Sabotage, I think it's just correct to take their card advantage spell. Don't think I need Assassin's Trophy yet. I do want to hit my land drops against control, though. Alright, so this is going to resolve and run away with the game. That's a good one. Since I have double green spells in here, I'm going to discard that as opposed to the Breeding Pool. Those are all really good. I think I just take Negate. Early interaction is important. Yeah, I agree with my opponent. The game's basically over. A couple of attacks with Thief of Sanity and the game is over. If 2 Thief of Sanities both attack and they resolve, yeah. I think I'm happy with the way I sideboarded. I don't think I want anything else. Whoop. I mean, I suppose it's not that bad. So my mouse is over on like the Twitch page just because I was messing around with it. And of course, when I do that, I have to like click over here in order for MTG Arena to register that I'm actually here. And my plan was to just click and then look over here, do whatever it's doing. But by the time I clicked, the keep thing came up. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I most likely would have ended up keeping this anyway. Ooh, Nicol Bolas. Don't think it matters a whole lot which one I take, but Phoenix is more scary. Disdainful Stroke is also good. Alright, we'll go ahead and take that Bolas. They have a bunch of lands in their hand, so I don't want this third one. Hopefully I'll be able to curve into this Vraska soon. But with the search for his Cant on the battlefield, yeah, that's fine. The search does make things scarier. They'll be able to flip it in a couple turns. Man, here we go with the lands again. Opponent definitely not going to miss any land drops. I could just slam Vraska. They only have 2 cards in hand. I think I'd rather dig for a counterspell, though. Don't think I really care about their enchantments right now. Wow, alright. Still living up to Disdainful Stroke. I'm not going to counter this. I'd rather counter those threats. Maybe keeping the Assassin's Trophy was correct. But I think digging for better stuff is more important. I'm just gonna jam Vraska. She's most likely gonna die. But with 2 Azcanta activations over the next couple turns, yeah. Picked apart my opponent's hand, but it didn't matter. Oh, immediately punished for not waiting a turn to leave up Disdainful Stroke. That being said, I'm gonna jam Vraska again. Opponent's pausing, so yep. Okay. This game's pretty much over. If I top deck Eldest Reborn, I might be in it. Might be back in this. Carnage Tyrant's also good. I mean, they'll be able to attack me and then flip Nicol Bolas. Get back Vraska. Or they can play an Eldest Reborn of their own. Well, this deck is not going very good. Alright, one more match. Then we'll move on. I don't want to play against Sultai mid-range, but I do want to play against some sort of mid-range deck. I feel like that's where mine really shines, I guess. Have I gone first in every single game? I think so. This hand's fine. Needs lands, but it's fine. Opponent mulliganing to 5. That leads me to believe that it's mono blue. Right? Submerged Boneyard is a very, very interesting one. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, so it's just Esper with Submerged Boneyard. Taking their counterspell because I'm going to Thought Erasure them again. Probably going to end up taking this to Fairy. That's not a land. Guildgate plus Submerged Boneyard in their Esper deck. Very interesting. Well, at least I hit a land, right? How greedy do I want to be? It's probably better if I Discovery. And a turn, I'll Growth Spiral, hopefully hit a land. If I go land, I can play Vraska. And I'll know it resolved because they tapped out. Two in the top, that's kind of scary. Alright, untap land. Yes. Alright, slam this down. Now, hopefully the game is over. But they have an entire hand, so probably not. Yeah, that's fine. I got a 2/2 out of it. Thief is nice. Come on, game, don't lag on me now. Yeah, I haven't been too thrilled with this deck. Maybe the next time I stream, I'll actually do the version Jim Davis had. That one seemed pretty powerful. Although it's very similar to what I got going on. That's unfortunate. There's an argument for playing Hostage Taker just as a 2/3 to attack. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. The only creatures they realistically have is Chromium, which they can just make it hexproof anyway. Oh, do I have to? Alright, immediately punished. Ah, crap. Oops. Ah, man. Well, Hostage Taker is suddenly much worse than I thought. Very sure.
If you show remorse, I'll show you. Keep up the pace.
Yeah, I'm just about done here. Disdainful Stroke is good. Negate is good. Duress is good. Whoops. Eldest Reborn is good. Carnage Tyrant is good. Hostage Taker, not good. Cast down, Moment of Craving, not good. What else do I want? Maybe I don't want Vraska's Contempt, and Eldest Reborn just does the trick. I mean, Growth Spiral was good, but it hasn't been terribly impressive. This isn't really a ramp deck. So maybe having Growth Spiral is just wrong. I'll cut one Vraska's Contempt too. Yikes. I mean, it does cast Discovery. Screw it, we're not doing well. We're gonna keep risky hands. If I top deck a black land, this hand is great. That's not it. As much as I like Negate, I just need to hit my land drops on time. Triple Thought Erasures could be good. They play Hostage Taker of their own. I'm gonna start with Absorb. With that land, I could double Thought Erasure next turn. What do I take? I think it's double Teferi. At least I can block. Do I want that? Yeah, I'm in the market for lands. I can block Hostage Taker, and if they take my Krasis, I get some value out of it. It's a good one. It's a good one. They play Hostage Taker, I get an untapped land, hopefully. That's fine. And I can either kill that or start ticking up. Excellent. Actually, I am going to kill that now. That way, they can't cast my Krasis. Sure, mine dies, but they don't get to cast it. That's unfortunate. How greedy do I want to be? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make it X equals 5, which makes no difference. So if I cast this for 4, and I get an untapped land, I can use that untapped land plus this. Didn't matter. I was gonna say, if I get an untapped land, I could use that plus this to leave up Disdainful Stroke to save my Krasis. But it's fine. Start by dressing my opponent, see what their last card is. Teferi, excellent. Running them out of win conditions here. And I'm leaving up Disdainful Stroke. Alright, the control deck is top decking, and I have a counterspell plus Thief in my hand. It's not great, but I like my chances. I shouldn't have played that land. Actually, I don't think it matters. I can't counter that. Alright, let's see what you got. By discarding it from the graveyard, so I'm gonna take Vraska's Contempt. That way. Oh, that was stupid. I was thinking the cards get exiled with Thief of Sanity. They go in the graveyard. So 10 out of 10 should have taken Chemist's Insight. That was a punt. Tilt. Yep. Well, if they play a thing, I can kill it. Also could have Disdainful Stroke that, but I didn't think about it. To be honest, I didn't think about it. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, it can't be countered, right? Sure. That's fine. I'll let my opponent block. Then I'll Vraska's Contempt it. Then they discard the thing, make it a 1/1, and I still kill it. Deal. They only have 1 Teferi left, right? 1, 2, 3. Sure. You take my counter your 4 mana thing. And Azorius Guildgate. This is like partially budget, partially not. Their last Teferi. Alright, come on, counterspell. Duress also works. Sure, they get a Chemist's Insight, but I get to take away their Teferi. And if I remember correctly, well, not remember, but from all the deck lists that I've seen, they only run 4 Teferi and 1 Chromium. So I think I got rid of all their win conditions. Joke's on you, opponent. I got a land. But getting the Surveil is also pretty good for them. I see no... Yeah. I was gonna say there's no reason to play the Carnage Tyrant. But they have discard spells. Opponent's still playing it out. Sure. He killed my thief. That's so mean. Yeah, I'll cast this now. That treasure's not doing me a whole lot of favors. Sweet. GG, opponent. Please, I want to move on. Mortify, sure. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Yep. Opponent saw the writing on the wall. They have Hostage Taker. Does that change anything? think the answer is no. I can easily deal with their hostage taker. Just gonna submit what I have. If we win this next round, the deck will have gone 2 and 3, which is bad, but it's better than 1 and 4. So hopefully I can get the win. It's funny, I think I played against 2 Espers, 2 Sultai, 1 Mono Blue, I think. Ugh. This hand's just not good enough, right? This hand's fine. It's probably gonna lose all my stuff to their discard spells, though. It's a good one. They probably have to take the Carnage Tyrant, right? Assuming they have the discard spell. Hey, Rennie. Ren. Yeah. I think I'm fine if they take the Carnage Tyrant. It's gonna be a while before I'm able to cast that anyway. Yeah. Negate's good. Vraska's gonna be a while before I'm able to cast it. Maybe Vraska's should have been a cut. They have a lot of interaction for it. I think I'm in the market for a Negate, though. Alright, so either they're bluffing the counterspell or they have it. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'll wait until turn 5 to leave up this Negate. You watch me, opponent. Come on, land Teferi, so I can counter it. I think I'm gonna counter that. I'm not a huge fan of countering draw spells, but in this position, I think that's fine. Especially when I get to untap with a Teferi. And wow, untap with Thief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I keep the Carnage Tyrant, I can't cast it. I'd have to top deck something. Counter spells are good though. I think I'm fine with this. If they play like a Teferi or something. Yeah, Mortify is fine. If they play Teferi, I can Disdainful Stroke or Vraska's Contempt. If not, I just need a land. Duress is also a fine draw. Okay. So I'm just looking for an untap land. Get rid of that. Get rid of it right now. Maybe that was too quick. Maybe I should have Vraska Contempted it. Save my Disdainful Stroke for some other stuff. Someone's dying right now. I can tell because there's a helicopter above me and I live near the hospital. Don't want that. Against control deck, hitting my land drops is important. If they play Hostage Taker, they'll need 2 counter spells. That's fine. GG, opponent. It makes me wonder if I would have won the first match against Control if I had Carnage Tyrant. Note to self, we play green, always have Carnage Tyrant. Okay, so Sultai Thieves. Would I make any changes? Carnage Tyrant is good. I haven't played against aggro, so I'm not sure if all this early interaction is necessary. I like the deck. Maybe the green splash isn't worth it. At some point, I'll get the... Yeah, crushed him. At some point, I'll get the Jim Davis version, which is just blue-black. I really like that version. It was very similar, but more condensed, I guess. Maybe one day I'll play that. But until then... Get that out of here. This deck went 2-3. Hopefully the title will save. Perfect.